Good morning, everybody. Glad you're here today. And we're uh, creeping. We're not even creeping up on Christmas anymore. I think we are there. And so, hope you have a. In case you, I don't get to talk to you, or we don't get back. You don't get back here as things get busy. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas this weekend. And but in the meantime, let's jump in and take a moment, and we're going to look at a couple verses very quickly. The 23rd proverb, beginning in the fourth verse. The 23rd proverb, beginning in the fourth verse. Um, Here again, we're going to talk about a theme that is a common theme in the book of Proverbs, and that is the truly the lack of importance of riches of this world. Not that necessarily that they're bad, but that if we can overemphasize or pursue them to the point of causing us grief and trouble. We should work. We should work to save. We should work for putting up for retirement, those kinds of things. But the problem is when we wear ourselves out, when we make those things the priority over and above our relationship with God and our relationship with our family. And so, verse 4, he says, Labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. Those two statements, to me, almost at first reading, really don't seem to go together. But what the author is saying is that a truly wise person understands that there is a very fine line, a very tight rope to walk. That we do have to work. We do have to spend time laboring, but we can't go overboard. We can't go beyond it. And what causes many people to do that is what the Bible calls the pride of life. We've got to keep up with what everybody else is doing, what everybody else has. And so he says, don't pursue your own wisdom, what you think is right, what you think is the greatest. A truly wise person understands what is truly important. Verse 5, Will thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. What a description of riches. One that would disappoint most of us. He says, money is like a bird. Just like a bird, give it a chance, and it will fly away. Um, I I think about those parakeet. I had parakeets when I was little. I remember one of them getting out of the cage and it was gone. There was no getting it back. Just so happened the windows were open and out the window and gone. A bird, he says, your money's like that. It's gone. You think you've got it. You think you've got it caged up. And the next thing you know, it's out the window. It can be all kinds of things that happen. We saw the economic downturn 13, 14 years ago. Go back far enough back in our history to the Depression. People have had money invested in stocks or other financial things, and poof, they were gone. And so, what God is telling us here in these two verses is that we have to live a life laid out the way that God designed us. God designed us to rest. God designed us to spend time working. God designed us to spend time relaxing, refreshing. He designed us to spend time worshiping. All those things are part of God's plan for our life. And what these two little proverbs are teaching us here is the importance of knowing, being wise enough to be happy with what we have without having this just relentless pursuit for more that ultimately ends up causing us not to even be able to enjoy what we have. Every person listening to me today, watching us today, uh, can think of someone who has lost everything that was truly valuable pursuing something that was not valuable. They've lost their family, they've lost their spouse, they've lost their children, they've lost their friends, they've lost their health um, in pursuit of something that really wasn't that valuable to begin with. Think about that. This is a good season for us to think about that and to be mindful of that truth. You have a great day. Again, if I don't see you, don't get to meet with you here in the next couple of days, have a great Christmas. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.